Hello, everyone. It's Scion. Welcome back. We're playing Scion tonight. And, oh wow, I'm having a lot of internet problems. Get with it, internet.
Yeah, I was
Uh-oh.
about to say you got Johnny Internet. Did you
Yeah,
guys switch?
my stream went.
I
Oh boy.
I broke in your house the other day and switched out. Yeah,
Give me your bad internet.
Just grab the modem, grab the
Alright.
modem and run.
I think we're recovering. Okay. We're good. It just took it a second of chugging to get there. So, sorry about all that choppiness there at the beginning, but this is Scion. We're back with Scion, and now we're actually here. So, last time we did some stuff, and this time we're gonna do some more stuff, and that's
So
what we're
last
doing.
time-
Stuff.
There you go. So last time you all went to Fort Collins, Colorado, following up on a lead from your prior hunt. Cynthia. So following up from Cynthia, who said, "Hey, go to Fort Collins. There you'll find Hiroko somehow, somewhere, and he's a bigger fish to fry." You all got there. You started following down some leads. One of the leads was that about mysterious things going missing. There was a woman, May Watts, who was a collector, and she had some things stolen out of her collection. And you all set up with Desh's connections and monies, set up a private tour of her collection, took a look, discovered some things, had conversations with May, as well as a ghost named Chris, as well as Sylvia summoning visions of the past and seeing in blood what happened. So watching or hearing about or discovering in one way or the other, who you assume to be Hiroko, entering without a key card, taking a bunch of stuff, knowing where he was going to get it, and then leaving the same way he came without a key card, or without seemingly needing a key card, and was gone. Bogey had found a ghost there, talked with it, found out some similar information, and then Desh was just very dapper and congenial with May Watts and kept her interested in him while shenanigans were happening. So where we left off was leaving from there. We did not necessarily have a what to do next as far as where we left off. But in general, the idea is to see what else you can find out in order to track down Hiroko. I'll note, as far as being in Fort Collins, basically what you've done is hang out with May Watts. So there's still plenty potentially you could do. There's, wherever you'd want to go, whoever you want to talk to try and track this down. That was just a long-winded version of what Josh said.
Look, I was getting straight to the point.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Boom. We did stuff we're gonna do
Before his internet kicks out.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Ghost. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, he's still with you guys.
Yeah, our Ghost.
He's in the van.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him a spot. We scooted over just enough.
Yeah. So what do we want to do to try to track this fellow down? I will actually remember also, there was a mention of you all have cool artifact things. Maybe we could set a trap for him.
Oh yeah.
I think the conversation was well, what if he actually takes it? And then I think an alternative was potentially you could try to find something that he would potentially be interested in, and then use that as a trap.
Yeah, wasn't Luke gonna be bait? I feel like there was a...
Again?
It's happened before. I don't remember if it was for this.
Is that again or is still?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Bait is a,
Yes.
that's a loaded term. Okay.
Yeah, it's something you load into a trap.
Maybe,
and we
yeah, maybe I just think that's always the discussion. How do we get somebody to pay attention? Wait, throw Luke out there.
He's weird.
so
People-
we don't know where Hiroko is. Is that was the,
No,
Okay.
you don't have a lead on where he might be, set up. And you had done a search, like, is there a Hiroko in the area? And there was no, there were no Hirokos in this area. So presumably he's, living under a pseudonym.
I mean, it would take me some time, but I might be able to, over the course of a long period of time, follow his path from there. But it would not be. It would be slow moving because I can only.
Limited area.
I have a limited scope and a limited amount of time that I can get out of it, but maybe I could slowly follow to a point of interest or useful information. I'm certainly up for a more efficient way of getting information.
Yeah, and you would judge, yes, they're very appropriate. It'd probably take you, because you had tracked him to, like, you'd gone to the road, and presumably go away. It'd probably take you a dedicated week of like 8 hours a day. Okay, let me sit here and go. Okay, so you move 40 feet that way. Let me go and so you recognize it. It would take you your full effort for probably about a week to.
Maybe I could at least figure out what type of vehicle he was in or something like that, and that might help us. But I think that the actually tracking of the vehicle, that gets very
more of a challenge.
I don't know what's going on at all.
Welcome to the club.
Making fun of trekkie tropes.
I'm gonna refresh this Google meeting real quick because it's being real dumb.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. And also, all these people will be right back. Stream, just hang on for a minute.
finished last time? Did we talk about? Do we have a leaning what we were doing? Were we like, hey,
we got to this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we kind of witnessed it / got the information, but we didn't really give us the next step.
The next thing.
And the way he got in and out was so tricky that like it seems like he can get wherever, right? Like this was super locked down. He didn't show up on the cameras. I guess we did figure out something about the cameras, like they definitely weren't showing the right thing until the morning or something like that. We thought there was maybe some sort of like dusk dawn temporal based mischief happening.
Right.
Not being visible on cameras.
You know, and going through a key locked door with no, without even swiping, just opening it, right? Like, yeah, it could be some sort of technology based power. I don't know.
I don't know if we're getting into character here. I'll try it. But like if you just don't get noticed by a camera, like that's one thing. But that door, like that's hard to move through.
Yeah, it was locked, right? But it wasn't for him.
But I mean, like, what if you didn't have to unlock the door? What if you could just move through it?
Well,
Like,
he didn't.
hmm?
He didn't. He opened it. I saw
It
him.
looked like he opened it, but like, what if he didn't open it? What if he just moved through it?
Yeah, what I saw was him opening it.
Well, what did the ghost see?
He had not seen him come in, but he did see him leave, and he did open the door.
He just
together.
opened the door and walked out.
Yeah.
What if it just looked like he walked out? Like, what if it just looked like he opened the door and walked out because that's what you'd expect to see, and so that's what you'd see? Like, what if he just like walked through it?
Then why go to the trouble of making it look like he walked through, like opened it?
Even if he did, what does that matter? How does that help?
If he just walked through it, then he wouldn't have had to make a lock,
He's not a mortal.
and it wouldn't have tripped the alarm. But I think that he is a Scion.
Seemingly, he has some abilities.
Yeah, he's more than just an army.
But does that really get us any closer to finding him, though?
No, just once we find him, we might know what we're dealing with. We need to once finding prepared for what he can do, but no, finding him's the major problem.
If he's a Scion, this theory, and why would he be working for a group that's trying to collect artifacts that want to slow the tide of Scions, which is what the note said?
He's getting money and power. Like,
And don't they have like a version of us, like too? Like, don't they have?
oh, like Titans?
Yeah, like I don't know what you call them, but maybe I do. I don't know.
You would know they are called Titan Spawn.
Titan spawn, like maybe he's Titan spawn.
That'd be worth like checking out. Like,
That sounds horrifying.
can we find out about what they can do? Like, can they do the same things that we can do? Can they do things that are similar but different from what we can do?
I think that yeah, some
Like, maybe cameras and doors don't notice them.
We don't even know. Sorry. So, what, we scour Fort Collins for the next month?
well, we had what, 2 leads. We had the shipment
Yeah.
went missing, and we thought this was more. I liked this because it was a location that I knew I could take a close look in the past. We could also pursue that shipping disappearance.
Yeah, and you know what you know from that one was that the item had gone missing around the area of Fort Collins, like as he was passing through, and now he's out on the West Coast. Like you had a phone number that you could track down, a phone number you could use to talk to him, but he is now out on the West Coast, not here in Fort Collins. And then the other connection you had was Sylvia when you followed that big guy. He was up north of Denver, which tracks with where you are now.
Well,
So things I've heard between last session and this session, Sylvia can do a whole bunch of blood ritualing to watch the world go by in blood and try to track him down. That'll take some time. Scheming a way to try to bait him, whether that is using Luke again, that is using one of your items, that is finding something and trying to make it evident so that he'll go after it. those are the things that have been mentioned that I recall.
Let's do them all.
Well.
Do them quick. See which one works.
How do we get word out there that say we have things that might be, of interest to certain parties?
Maybe we can just put it right back where he took the last thing, and what's her name could do put out some information about this new awesome artifact that she's got. And we already know the lay of the land. We might even be able to convince her, telling her, "Hey, we're interested in trying to figure out what happened with your security." Get her in on it a little bit.
You talking about May?
May, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't talk to her much. Well, maybe I don't know. You think she'd be up for that? Like,
Well, it may seem a little suspicious if we walk back in and just say, "Hey, by the way, we're going to do this thing now."
well, I mean, yeah.
We might need a few days before we
smooth that over, right? Or
before we
yeah. Do your talking magic, whatever crazy stuff you do is.
Talking magic.
Yeah, it's hard to describe the stuff you guys do. It's like
I don't have any talking magic. Oh,
you got talking magic. God,
I don't feel like I'm very able to do magic right now.
what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, I need to.
You tapped out?
No, like, remember when I summoned the ghost out of the person who died at Ravi's?
Yeah, I missed that. I'm right. Did I miss that? I feel like I was very sad to miss that.
That was what we did right before we headed to Fort Collins. You were there.
I felt like I had to go somewhere with somebody. Like we're like, I'm gonna miss the ghost. Like you raised it, but I didn't get to stick around for the chat or something. Anyways, yeah.
That's right. You were with me. You're right. You're with me.
So when I did that, like, it really drained something out of my soul. Like, I need to restore myself.
No,
I think I just need to make some friends. Like,
no, we can get that back. I can help you with that.
yeah, I think that I need to make some friends. Like, I just need to go out in Fort Collins a little bit and sort of like learn about the people here, and that's gonna make me be able to like better like be part of the people here, because like all my time it's mostly spent like outside, Colorado Springs and Pueblo and mountains, and like we walked with wolves, but like I haven't seen any of these people really. I don't know them. So like kind of just like go and get to know them.
Right. Seems like we're going to be doing that anyway.
It's time consuming. Anyways, I mean, we put that up. We make a quick call. I don't know. I'll start the tedious process of trying to follow this guy. See what works. Let's just get started.
So what exactly? So it sounds like it's going to be in a few days from now. We'll contact May. So it's like, hey, we're actually not just socialite collectors. Actually, we're investigators, or whatever your route's going to be. I know that was kind of one thought before you went with socialite in general. What exactly are we trying to put up there? Like, do we? because we can't just put Luke in there. So that's going to have to and obviously he's not going to let you take the stone out of his chest. So that's,
Package deal. We'll send him with the stone.
Yeah,
It's like
just all of
it's just going to stand there in a case.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we got.
And in spite of the conversation we had before we started, you are all probably too attached to your birthrights to risk them in that manner.
Yeah.
Because they are part of what grants you power.
Yeah, is that brooch gonna be? Is that like gonna be enough?
Brooch.
Yeah. I don't know if that's quite a birthright or if that's just a gadget.
Which brooch was that?
It's a brooch that's in bees.
Bees.
Yeah, I hadn't figured out the keyword for it, but it summons bees. That bogey had dispatched with
Yeah.
chicken spray.
Yeah.
That's all I could think to try.
Well, I mean, do we have to actually have a birthright? Can we just have a replica of something and see if anybody shows up?
That's true. If we can make a replica of one of ours, that would be convincing enough, right? We'd have the.
Or like
original.
even not one of ours.
I think if I have enough time, I think I could actually make a really good copy.
Right, make a copy of the jar of blood.
Didn't we give that up?
Yeah, that's why it's a copy, though.
So how if I didn't take the correct knack, could I, like, could we wait a day and like, can you switch knacks, or is it like per gaming session? This is meta.
It's per gaming session.
So next gaming session, I can make a perfect rendition of one of our things.
There you go.
That's amazing.
But I
In an
won't
unknown amount of time.
buildings out of the ground. So just be aware.
You don't need to do that here anyways, right? So
I haven't done it nearly enough.
haven't you built like entire city blocks?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that's off screen.
Right.
Yeah, I've just been driving by. Oh, I like that spot.
He does it slowly over a reasonable amount of time. No one just ever sees any construction works there. It's weird.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make the call.
Make the call.
Well, no,
Make the
you
call.
you make the call. I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna go see this vehicle.
Okay. Who am I calling?
The truck driver who got his stuff stolen.
Oh.
Can I just go meet some people?
Yeah, you go meet some people and ask about.
We can do all these things and
Yeah.
more.
See what sticks.
All right, so Sylvia, we'll come back to yours because we can, with what you described, and it's an imbue. We can fast track that a little bit and go, okay, here's what you can get today. If you want to make the call, Dash, we could do the call with guy on West Coast whose name I totally have prepared. And then Bogey, you can go do your talking magic. 'Cause that's what it is. You just find people, you talk to them, it's magic. Either of you have a stronger preference on where to start? If Dash even wants to go make that call. I know that was Sylvia's direction, but whether or not Dash wants to do that, I don't know.
Oh, I can call.
All right.
I'll give him a call.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So yeah, you call and what you set up, and you probably had Carter help out with this, was
Mhm.
you found the right people to connect through, so to get his number, and it's part of an official, unofficial investigation, like a extra legal investigation. And so he's prepared. He knows that somebody's going to be calling him to help get it more information on this. It went up the chain. So you call. He answers. Hi, this is Rick.
Hi, Rick. Okay, so again, I'm a little fuzzy on.
So this was a truck driver who passed by Fort Collins. Something had disappeared, and when he got to the next weigh-in, his shipment was a little bit lighter.
Okay.
But everything, well, they checked. They saw a few items were missing, and he was moving things from the Smithsonian to some museum out on the West Coast. That totally makes sense if you know anything about museums.
Oh.
Right. And so there were a few items that had gone missing. Everything else was fine. So at some point, he must have gotten robbed. So he's on leave right now as they investigate, and so you are calling as a part of that investigation.
Make sure you get specifics on where he stopped in the area. Like, real specific.
Okay.
So back to you. Hi, this is Rick.
Hi, Rick. This is
Names are hard.
Hi, Rick. This is John from the U.S. Department of Transportation, and calling to. I understand you had a shipment lose some. Well, can you just walk me through the details of what happened here?
Yeah, I can. I tell the story again. All right, so I was driving and did my normal weigh in. It was probably 20 miles east of Fort Collins, and I drove on. It was
and remind me what was your weigh in again?
My weigh in was, I don't know how they measure that, if it's pounds, an appropriate number of pounds.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that seems consistent. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it was night driving, so I didn't really want to stop anywhere, so I kept going. Got to the next weigh-in, 40 miles west of Fort Collins, and it was about 50 pounds lighter, which was strange.
You say 50 pounds lighter?
Yeah, like 50 pounds lighter. And then, obviously I stopped and I went and I unlocked the back of the truck, went in and checked, and I'm telling you, man, I don't know what happened, but the vase and the like sculpture of a man's head were missing.
A vase.
Yeah, like a vase
of a man's head.
Like a nice vase, and then there was also like a sculpture, a bust of a man's head. That they just weren't there anymore.
Sure, too. I remember that. In case I ask you later, I remember that. Write it down. And you didn't hear anything. You didn't hear a large blump while you were driving.
You can't blame me for listening to music while I'm driving. Okay, like
no, but I can also blame you for being 50 pounds lighter when you shouldn't have been.
What?
Transporting very sensitive materials.
I didn't stop, man. I didn't stop between way station 1 and way station 2, so I have no idea how it would go missing. And the lock was on. The lock was on the truck, man.
So what? Some thief unlocked your truck while it was in motion, opened it up, took the head off of a vase, off of a sculpture and a vase, took it out while it was in motion the whole time, closed it back up, locked it. 50 pounds worth. This is what you remember.
Yeah, man, this is what I remember, and I'm tired of you people trying to blame it on me. because that's exactly what happened. I don't care how crazy it sounds. It's what happened, man. And my job's on the line.
There's more than your job on the line. This is federal charges we're talking about here.
Yeah.
You're
exactly.
transporting things across state line.
You all need to figure out what happened because I've told you what happened and it wasn't me. So you got to figure out what actually happened. I don't need to be your scapegoat for this.
Well, we're not going to be your scapegoat. You were going to be the one that was going to be responsible for this. Unless you can provide more information than I was driving. At what time of day was this?
It was overnight.
I was driving in the middle of the night and I lost 60 pounds worth of stuff and I don't know how it happened.
What else am I supposed to tell you? Because that's what happened.
The truth?
Man, fuck you. That is the truth. Why don't you guys go do your job? And actually,
I am doing my job. I'm talking to the one person who knows where the stuff was before it disappeared.
Yeah? Well, then why don't you go find this magical thief?
Well, what do you think? I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I called you, because you were the person that was last in touch with it.
Great. And I've been through this now at least 24 times with 24 different people, and none of you seem to be doing anything about it.
Which other people have you talked to?
I've talked to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, FBI.
Starts is rattling off, yeah.
Say letters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The alphabet.
The alphabet. Yeah, man.
Have they inspected your truck?
Yeah. They've inspected my truck. They checked it out. There's no damage, no apparent way in. Shit, man, they even had like some expert come and check the lock, and like the lock wasn't scratched any more than you'd expect from a key. Like there was no like.
Where's your truck now?
Lock. It's impounded here in California.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing.
Well, don't leave town, Rick.
I literally don't have a choice, so I won't.
Excellent. Sure you answer your phone.
Okay.
Hang up.
Have a great fucking day.
I don't think he meant that.
Oh, I think you meant every word.
Wait, was this on speakerphone the entire time? We were just sitting there like listening.
Sure. Although I will say, do any of us have the ability, say if we were to get in that truck, to be able to maybe see things that most people can't see, hear things, search for things, smell things, whatever it is? I mean, I know I can't, but
I can't do those things.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure how it would work for me, but maybe.
As long as it's a person that I can actually, or creature or whatever you want to say, that I can actually see, then yes. But until then, not really.
So you have to have seen it first, or something that you can see like at all?
Once I have a target in mind, it's very difficult for me to lose that target. That's why Paula was very concerning for me.
Did we get a visual of this person? I don't remember.
We got a physical description, but that's about it.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
I know
And it was like a hooded figure,
Right.
Not easy to see, and then with Sylvia's the motif for that power, everything's etched in blood, and so it's a little bit more like cartoony.
If he dumped
vision.
blood on him, I would know who he was.
Yeah, like if he just had, if he was like streaks of blood.
Go around and
Just
start
go up.
dumping blood on people. Like, oh, that's him. That's the one.
So he's just in a boom crane, just dumping blood on people. Nah,
No, that's not it.
Kept that jar. Should have kept that jar.
Well, Rick's truck is impounded in California, so I mean, it would probably require some effort, but I'm sure we could get it here if we, ordered some documents and made a call or two. But yeah, I don't know if that's worth our time or not. It doesn't seem like there's anything physical in the truck that
Well,
we would,
the biggest thing we get out of that is that this literally happened while the truck was moving. Like,
yeah.
that's
So if we're talking about a guy who can walk
Weirder
through
than
walls or whatever, I mean, it probably sounds like a thing, right?
but even like that, he's not walking through walls. He's sprinting through walls at 70 miles an hour.
Sure.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, how did he do it? Like, I can't even explain it away with the powers I can imagine. I mean,
I think as long as it's under the cover of night and this person knows where they need to be, they can just walk in and get it at any point.
even if
So
it's-
as long as they know where the truck is or know what the truck looks like, they can do that.
So we remember in
what
Age of
happened.
Ultron when the transfer truck was riding down and they jumped on it. Probably it was probably in transit like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I pulled up beside it. He jumped out of the car, walked through the wall.
That'd be cool to see. Where did this happen?
60
Somewhere
miles.
between 20 miles
to-
east of Colorado or Fort Collins and 40 miles west.
Yeah, that'd take me another month to check all that shit out.
That'd be a long time.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe we get the truck, maybe we figure something out. But even still, I think we just see him taking shit and getting out. Like, maybe I could, I got nothing.
Damn.
Cynthia is in Fort Collins, correct? Or was she back in?
No, she's in Colorado Springs.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, he was understandably agitated. I do feel bad for the guy.
He's having a rough time. No. Okay. Let's go. All right, Bogey. Who are you gonna go talk to? Or what's the general idea?
The general idea is to go to. This feels more like a downtime action, but here we go anyway.
Sounds like we're going to be here for a week, so,
They fought. Let's go.
That's my feeling. He's gonna go to like co-ops, farmers markets, places like that. Meet a bunch of people that he hasn't seen before, which should be mostly everybody. Play some hacky sack.
Mingle and try
Mangle.
to-
He's got a bongo, so he'll do some busking.
Is that a hacky sack? I haven't seen one of those in decades.
All right, and go ahead and roll as a fate roll, just to kind of see what comes up. Yeah, I'll do that. So go ahead and roll composure because I know Bogey, and empathy. I think that's what fits, which happens to also be very good for you.
Okay.
So on the CU boxes from 10.
So if he epically botches it, we just automatically get to the next part of the story, right?
I mean, some botches aren't bad. But botches just they get you places in different ways. Failures are just kind of like failed.
We do need to
Botches,
screw up some rolls so we can actually get some momentum.
you have
Yeah,
one.
it's hard to screw up a roll if you're rolling 10 dice and your number went from 8 to a 7.
That's true.
I almost did it anyway. Like,
Okay, so yeah, it'll take you a couple of days to your point, and that'll be a few days for Sylvia as well. So it'll take you a couple of days. But talking with people, being open to the conversations, seeing where they lead, trying to help direct them towards, hey, we're looking for this guy. People do know, it's known well enough that like stuff has gone, like important stuff has gone missing in this area. Not a lot, not often, but it happens. And part of where that conversation goes is like there's like who could be doing it, why is it happening, what's gonna happen next. They mention a whole bunch of different people, but like as you're kind of feeling that out, it's like it might just be like people they don't like. But one thing that keeps coming up, not in every conversation, but in a number of conversations, is this idea of, what might go missing next. People are like, my stuff? They go, no, my stuff's not as fancy as that. But there's this one place over on that road over there, spooky old place, and there's got to be all kinds of cool stuff in there. So, shit, man, maybe that place is gonna get hit. Good night. So this particular place keeps coming up as a place that should have stuff that would be of interest to such a person. And it's never the same thing. It's always, oh yeah, this old kook lives there, probably has some old heirlooms or whatever. Or like the place is haunted, man. So like some ghost is like protecting something. Even though the general population does not believe in ghosts. They're wrong. But there's always something here or there that kind of points back to this place.
all right.
So Sylvia, over those few days, you're able to track the type of car. It's a pretty basic car. It's like not like this guy's like Ferrari. At least not when he steals stuff, I guess. Maybe he's got a Ferrari for his daily. And so you can track it for a few miles. Go ahead and roll me. Actually, let me check something first. This is your cosmic perspective. Cool. Go ahead and roll. I think this would be the way that you're going about it. Resolve and
Drew, you muted again.
oh boy. Resolve and survival. It's kind of
My
a
bad.
track.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said resolve and what?
Survival. That's kind of like a proxy for tracking, because I come from D&D. So another fateful. So in the few miles that you are able to track, he does not stop anywhere yet. They were kinder to you than it would have. Something like that.
Mhm.
So we are, let's say, 3 days past whenever we arrived, which was like maybe a Sunday. So let's call it a Wednesday. And let's take a moment to, I guess, regroup with whatever we found, not found.
I got nothing. He just drives a Toyota Corolla.
Like,
Wait, who does?
The guy who stole the stuff.
You know he drives a Toyota Corolla?
I mean, yeah, it's like one of the most common cars on the road, but yeah.
Like, you seen him in it, or are you just taking a guess?
No, I saw them getting it.
Like a blood version of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I recognized it.
License plate? Color?
Red, maybe red.
Shade of red?
No, not,
you know, it's a tan Corolla.
Any markings?
no, just regular.
Spoiler? Rims? No.
No, it's boring. He gets out and he heads north or whatever.
He does.
That's all I got. So
He
far.
gets out of the car and heads north?
No, he gets in the car.
In a car. Where does he get in the car?
Like
It
a
was parked just a little bit down the street from Maze.
So is that like starting point then?
yeah. What do you mean?
Well, do you think he'll be back there?
Well, that's when he went to go steal the thing. He parked it like around the corner. I'm following slowly where he went that night.
Gotcha.
So, nothing useful yet. What you guys got? Not much.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I might have something.
All right, what man?
So this thing kept coming up, and the most recent time I was at the farmers market, and there's this couple, and they made their own yogurt, and it was fine, but like they're interesting, and they were saying how some things have been going missing, but like they don't think that any of their things are gonna go missing because like they're making their own yogurt. And they just don't think that people are gonna steal from them. So like they had like blueberries, but it's not really blueberry season. So I think they came from the store. But what I mean to say is like they think that there's this house, it's like down the street, and there's a guy there that lives there. It might be a guy that lives there, sort of reclusive. Maybe nobody lives there at all. There's conflicting stories, but this is the most recent one. So there's this house anyway that has a lot of things inside of it, and it seems like the place that people think, including my yogurt friends, that might have some things that might get stolen because there's a lot of things there and they're interesting. And several different people knew about the same place, which means that it's also known to have interesting things at it. So, like, I think that we could check that out.
I mean, yeah, that's
You
We
could
can
have
at
just
least
said,
drive by.
You could have just said that it was a creepy old house. That'd have been enough.
It's not a creepy old house. Like, it's just an old house. It's just.
I thought you said creepy. Okay.
I mean, maybe that's where Hiroko is. Like, maybe that's his house.
That could
What type
be
of milk were they using? What?
What kind of milk were they using? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like, they had like yogurt, but they also had like kefir. And they were using their own cows.
All right.
It wasn't like pasteurized or anything. If that's what you're asking.
Where was the house? What road was it on?
That one.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think we should check it out for sure. Like,
We got nothing better to do.
I don't know what that means though. Do we like walk up in the day? Do we
Yeah.
peek in the windows
Let's go knock.
in the daytime?
It's like,
Yeah. When you're not, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna break in, we can do it after we go there the first time.
Can you just like watch it from a distance and see if Hiroku lives there?
I gotta kind of see who goes in and out. Yeah, but sounds like not a lot of people go in and out regularly. So might be
It sounds like maybe nobody even lives there, but maybe somebody does live there, and maybe the person that lives there stays there, or maybe they leave sometimes. And if they leave sometimes, then maybe that would be when somebody would come take it.
Hey, is Chris still with you?
Yeah. We need to get to the underworld, but I think that we're able to do that right now.
Hey, Chris. Where is he?
And he's over like looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking Bogey. Where is he?
Yeah.
He's right there. He's just to the right of me.
I was like, hey, Chris, why don't you this could be your passage to the underworld.
What does he mean? He says Bogey. Asked Bogey.
This is not a passage to the underworld. He'd like your help in checking out this place. It might have a lot of old artifacts inside of it.
Oh,
It might be really interesting to look at. It's not
So when
safe
he converses with Chris,
for you to walk around.
can we hear him talking to nothing,
Yeah.
or is this just
yeah,
like
he's talking out loud.
okay, all right,
Yep.
and rid of the nature.
No, he's
I mean,
just talking to ghosts.
It's not safe for us to walk around the way it's safe for you to walk around. So like if you were to walk around through there and tell us like what's there, like does anybody live there or anything? And that'd be really cool. But I don't want you to feel obligated just because you're hanging out with us waiting to get to the underworld, like you have to do a bunch of work for us.
Well, yeah, but you could get killed there, and then you could go to the underworld, right? Isn't that how that works?
He's already dead.
Well, killed again, like re-killed, banished.
Did he get re-killed?
I don't think that's how it works though. Like I don't think that's the thing.
Sylvia, what was that movie where that happened?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah, like the Frighteners, right? You know, Michael
Yeah,
J.
that's
Fox. Oh, that's totally how it happened, and they went straight there. They went straight to the underworld. I mean, I just saying, I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. So we've been hanging out together too much lately.
oh man, some good stuff. You learn a lot in those movies.
Yeah.
But I know they're mostly real.
These movies we've been watching the last couple nights, man.
Yeah, I guess I could help with that.
Do you want to walk up with me?
Who?
Yeah.
Carter, or who's he talking to?
No, I'm just saying. Like, do you want to see if he wants to walk up with me? Like, I'll.
You're asking Bogey. Okay, sorry. I was
Yeah.
clarifying that you weren't talking to Chris.
No, I can't talk to Chris.
Yeah, I know. I was
No.
confused.
You can talk to Chris, he just can't talk to you.
Well,
Can't
yeah,
talk with
I'll walk up with you, Carter. I just thought we were trying not to just walk up to the door, so I was.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can just send Chris. Chris, you got this.
Like,
We got a
When
ghost
should I-
scout.
when should I go?
Why don't we just drive by and we'll hop out?
Do I go during the day or like at night or
We'll go right now. We'll go during the day. Easier to see, right?
You can't.
can't hear the ghost?
Oh, damn it! I remember this. I thought Bogey's like saying
I'm
it back and
talking
forth.
only to Bogey.
Damn it!
when would you be more like comfortable visiting?
The spooky house? I don't want to go there at night.
All right, let's go during the day.
Okay.
That's what I said. We should just go during the day.
All right, let's go during the day. That's what Chris wants to do.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be the next day. We'll have said that you all are, taking a few days and early evening, and this is of course over dinner. I don't know what you all were eating. It's not your usual.
Apparently, some fresh made yogurt
True. There was definitely some fresh yogurt with blueberries.
with imported blueberries.
What are we watching?
Frozen.
What are we watching tonight, Sylvia?
Oh, you know what? You made me think about the.
Yeah, and I assume Desh just like rented an Airbnb, and so you guys just have a house.
I went. Remember, I had to go a little lower key this time because we did spend quite a bit to get the maze. So yeah, this didn't quite have all the furnishings it usually does.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
A smaller apartment.
Well,
Somebody's on the air mattress.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Most of us still have a bed, but yeah.
Better than the cave.
It is better than
What's wrong with a cave?
It's made out of rocks.
It's got you there. Okay. So going into the next day, whether it's morning, noon, afternoon, whenever you all want to go, you can head on over to said house at said address. And when are you all just doing this first thing in the morning, or are you waiting for some time in the day?
First thing.
First thing?
First thing's fine. Yeah.
We'll
We'll stop and get some coffee and some bagels or something. But yeah.
All right. You're doing a stakeout. You're waiting for your ghost buddy to go in there. So,
That's true. That's true.
Some food while you wait. So yeah, you head over and I guess generally, Bogey, what are the directions you give him?
I say check out the place, see what's there, see what's interesting to him. Does anybody live there, and what are they like? What are they like? Tell us about them and what they're up to. If anybody happens to visit, or if the person happens to leave during the time that he's there, then just let us know.
So you want me to be there for I don't know, half an hour, an hour?
An hour, not more than that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Nice to have purpose. But he'll slow it away. I'm sure
Sylvia,
you know,
I'll keep eyes. Yeah, I'll keep the top down, see if anybody's coming or going.
yeah, and I guess so. We're because Sylvia's car can't handle all 5 people.
It cannot.
Prius.
We got the van and we've got the convertible. Yeah. So yeah, you got that top down. Over that hour, nothing really. Nobody coming going. So nothing in particular in that hour. Ghost is gone. Ghost comes back. Says to Bogey, we'll see. Bogey will say whatever he says. I was gonna say I assume Bogey just relates, but then again, we'll find out what Bogey says because it could be more interesting. So the ghost comes back and seems kind of excited. Wow, it really feels good to do something. I haven't been doing anything in a while. So yeah, I went in there and the place is pretty nice. It's not actually spooky. It's pretty well put together. It's clean. Definitely kind of looks like somebody lives there, but there's no mess. There's nice things and the dining room table and couches and stuff, but no mess. Not like nobody's living there. Maybe they're really neat. I don't know. I checked out a bunch of the rooms. I didn't see anybody when I was going around. It didn't look like anybody was home. I went upstairs and I tried to check in the drawers, but they were shut and I can't open them. But there was a bed and it looked like it was made. Like, I don't know. The place is a little strange. It doesn't feel lived in. Well, and then I checked out basement and I went down there, and there's definitely some cool things down there. They look old, kind of like at May Watts's place.
Is it like set up like a gallery?
No, not like a gallery as much. More like storage, gallery storage. I don't really know. Like it's not really on display so much as it seems like it's a place to keep stuff, but it's not cluttered like like my basement was. So yeah, does that help?
Yeah, I think that that's pretty helpful. Do you happen to see like any like security cameras or like alarm systems or?
No, I mean there were smoke alarms, but no, I didn't really see any cameras or anything.
Cool. Like, thanks, man. Like, you didn't have to do that. You did it, and I really appreciate you doing that. It means a lot. We need to get you. We need to get you home.
Yeah, actually, it means a lot to me as well. Thank you, Buggy. And dissipates.
Ooh.
You helped him.
Yay!
Okay.
What's the smile for, Bogey?
Oh, he dissipated. Like he was able to get his own way into the underworld, but we facilitated that, and that's really important.
See, I told you he'd find his way home.
Well,
So-
we helped him find his way home.
Did you get anything out of it?
Oh yeah. So like the house looks like it's sort of like a staged house. Like if you're gonna sell it, it's like furnished and everything, but like there's no stuff anywhere. And the beds were made, so like maybe somebody lives there, but nobody's there right now, and didn't seem like there was any like security or anything like that. But the basement's probably where we need to be because we're in the basement. There's like a bunch of boxes and things, and like not a gallery, but like gallery storage. It really did remind him of May Watts's place, but like not as a gallery, you know.
Seems like the right place. Whether it's, could be a long stakeout though.
But like, what if we just went in? Like, what if there's no security there and we just went in?
I mean, can try. But I mean, us getting the stuff is not the goal, right? Us getting the person is the goal.
Yeah, but what if this stuff is a bunch of birthrights and things that we can get those things away from him?
Yeah, I guess that's good side
Like,
quest.
is the goal the person, or is the goal to make us all better? Like,
The goal is to get to the top of this food chain.
so wouldn't we attract attention if we like got the things that are hurting other people?
It definitely would.
So like, let's do that. Let's do that and see like what happens. Like, let's do the good thing.
If
We
it
are
is-
doing the good thing.
Huh?
I think we both just responded differently.
So we are doing the good thing. As Sylvia said.
Right.
If it
If
is
we're doing the good
Solid. Like, let's do this then. So like, what do we do?
Well, I start walking towards the house.
I follow.
So sorry, pause. So plan was just to go in now.
Yeah.
Cool. Sylvia, in this conversation, did you come out from top-down view to be part of the conversation, or were you still top-down viewing?
Probably I came out of it for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if I saw nothing over the last hour, yeah. Yeah. If they're starting to head though, I would take a quick look around.
Okay. So yeah, they're like, hey, let's go look. You take a look. One thing that you do notice is different. So that view of the house, there is an outside entrance to what you would assume would be a basement, right? Those types of shutter doors. One of them is ajar, and it was not before.
You guys, wait up. I think somebody just went in or out. There's like a cellar door and it's open now.
Oh, well, let's go around then.
I mean, somebody could be down there, or somebody went down there.
Great. We don't have to wait. Even better.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys are heading for that basement door.
I mean, do we want to like each take an entrance in case somebody tries to go out another entrance?
I mean, I can kind of keep an eye if you just guide me.
Whether do you need to stay outside to?
I do have to stay outside. Yeah, while we're on the outside.
Right.
So I'll put my hand on like Dash's shoulder or whatever, and walk behind him.
Okay. So yeah. Who's going where? Or are you all going?
And I'll grab my bag out of the trunk too.
Oh God! And you had your hand on his shoulder and you grabbed your bag. If you stab me
Again.
again,
I think you guys. It's a long bag. It's got her weapon in there.
all right.
What is her weapon?
It's a bow.
Oh,
She bought it like way back at like the end of the last season, and
That's
I have a
right.
vague memory of this now.
she trained with it in the off season, and yeah,
She's pretty solid with it anymore.
I don't know, but she can pull it back now.
English you.
Okay.
I guess I'll look at Carter and be like, should we cover all the exits or?
And Carter, I mean, I'll say it in the short, because you had asked before about worrying Hound. If somebody leaves this place, you probably could track them, as long as it's
Right.
not like Paola, who was a tier above you guys.
Right.
So that, I mean, back to that.
Right. I was heading straight for that. I was heading straight for that open door. That's where I was going. That's what I was about to say. I'm heading straight for that open door.
Oh, all right. I'll keep up then.
All right. So you all head around to that back door, and it is ajar. There's just like a stick propping it open, and there's a little bit of light that you can see, not coming, like emanating out from it, but that there is some light down there. It's not entirely dark, but it is, like I said, ajar. It's not open.
I just go straight through it. Just throw my shoulder into it and go straight through.
Okay. It doesn't creak. You open it, and if you open it hard, like it'll give a little bit of a reverb. Like it doesn't creak. It's a well-oiled hinge on that. You're going down, so that I know who else is going down.
I'm going down.
Okay. Luke.
I'll follow last.
Yeah.
I'll hang out at the edge and keep an eye on the perimeter.
Okay, so you're outside.
Mhm.
Bogey.
I'm gonna keep Sylvia company, but Bogey's in disguise.
Okay. Who's he in disguise as?
He's in disguise as a. What does Sylvia look like right now?
She's wearing a leather jacket. Her best attempt at looking like Paula.
Okay.
Makes
Bogey
sense.
will also do his best attempt to look at like Paola.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
amazing.
good. I love it.
Mask of mini bogeys.
All right. I'm going to move us here.
Jill's pool hall. Damn.
No, yeah. Turns out it's Joe's pool hall. Does anybody, I didn't give anybody vision before I just
Whoa.
everybody a vision.
I think
Holy-
everybody has vision.
Yeah.
Shuck nuts.
Well,
What?
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Everybody can see.
yeah,
Wow.
sure can.
Bogey, Sylvia, can you still see?
Yeah.
Just turn around and leave.
Yeah, never mind.
So-
We actually didn't want to come down in this basement.
Sorry, wrong basement.
So you walk down, and as you're walking down, these people are turning around because they heard what have you. You do see 4 toughs. These 4 I put them as guards, and they look like regular people, but I mean some of them have actually you don't see any weapons on them. It's not like they're pulling weapons out. And then you see a rather large man. And right now he hasn't fully turned around yet. You just see the back of him. He's got a hood up, big. He's got to be like 7 feet tall, maybe 8. He's very tall. Like, there's maybe a 10-foot ceiling, and he's getting close to it. Very broad shoulders. You do see a weapon. He has on his like belt, like on a loop on his belt, he has a rather large axe. And so he was, and kind of taking a quick look around. It's as Chris described, and he was looking at a particular item over here before he turns around and puts a hand on his axe. Who are you? And so he turns and faces you, hood still up, deeper voice than I can do. And looking at his face, he's very, I mean, at first blush, you say pale, but he's really kind of like ashen. As you take a moment to really process, like, not albino paleness, kind of a gray, bluish color to his skin, which is different. He says, "Who are you?"
I'm Desh.
Carter.
Yeah. Luke.
Bogey and Sylvia, you can hear this. So everything that's being said, other than maybe Luke saying Luke, Luke, you can hear.
And now that we've introduced ourselves, who might we have the pleasure of meeting?
And he slips the axe from its loop and holds it at his side. The person who will kill you if you do not leave.
It's rather rude.
Sylvia's opening her bag outside.
Yeah, at any point, the two of you are welcome to come join or run. Now, you don't know, you hear the voice, but you don't know the rest of it.
You might need to get in.
Seems rather rude.
I saw Bogey.
I do not like uninvited guests.
Oh, this is your house.
No, but wherever I am is mine.
Oh, so you were uninvited. So who owns this house then?
And he takes a threatening step forward. Leave.
Well, we would, except
Gunslinger.
I'm waiting.
would, except we are looking for somebody. If you tell us where he is, we'll be happy to exit.
I do not care who you are looking for. I care only.
Well, is it you? Are you
for my
Hiro-
business.
Are you Hiroku? Is that your name? Roko to begins with a T. Hold on, let me check my little my app here and see what it says.
Anybody with at least 3 empathy.
It was Teruya.
Through
Teruya.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody with at least 3 empathy, you recognize that he recognizes that name. Anybody with less, pick up on that. But yeah, there's clearly a recognition and a pause, like a quick pause. Do not worry about him. Worry about me.
So, you do know him or you don't?
Pause for a second. Bogey, Sylvia, are you coming down?
Bogey, I think you should get in there. She's getting equipped and arrow.
Yeah, in this time she could do that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to get right around the corner, wherever that is, quietly.
Yeah.
Right. If it's just I had to come down the stairs or if I got to come around the bend.
Sure.
Yeah. But staying out of sight.
Around the corner, Bogey.
Bogey will hang with Sylvia.
Okay, so just around the corner.
Yeah. Not leaving her alone, but also, not leaving her alone. Not going in ahead of her.
Got it. Sorry, Desh. If you remember what you said, could you repeat it?
I said so you. I think I said so you do or you. I don't know. I think I said so you do know him or you don't know. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's what you said.
Do or you don't know.
I can tell you that you are about to know nothing else. I'm going to cut your head off.
See, I'm really attached to this. So is there something else we could work on?
As you say that, and as he says that, and he looks like he's about to take another step forward. All of you do kind of the 3 of you, Carter, Luke, and Desh, do kind of a double take. Because this person wasn't behind him a moment ago, but he is. There's suddenly someone right behind him, and he says, in a voice I don't fully know yet, I am the only one who makes threats around here. So what, Joshua, would you say something like that?
Yeah, that sounds good. I like it.
And we will pick up next time with a gun battle.
What? We're just having a conversation. What do you mean, gun battle?
Gunslinger. Gunslinger.
It's about to turn violent.
It's perfect. It's 6. You got a 6-shooter, right?
Yeah.
And Josh's new character. So Josh will be taking him over.
Josh is another new character?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
He's now playing the bad guy.
Well, he's playing the bad guys now?
No,
Yeah.
not the bad guy.
You're not allowed to shoot Josh's
I'm a
character.
good guy.
Nope, I'm shooting him as soon as I see him.
Don't shoot me.
I mean, you can, I guess, but he just threatened to fight the big guy.
He did
So
do that.
does that mean we can take Luke and just throw him in and let him be cannon fodder first?
Luke is going to run away. I think.
Oh, come on. That's what you have NPCs for.
Wait, Luke is trying to run away?
Well, he was.
I know
Is he
going to run away. I don't know. Does he run away? I assume he would. Was he?
He was.
I
I mean,
shoot
he
him
was
with the pistol to
gonna. He was
paralyze
about to. I mean, this guy was talking about chopping heads off, and he was
Okay.
about to turn into a saltwater crocodile.
Okay, well then we'll get to that next time. I'll play a saltwater crocodile, and he'll play Ambrose. Perfect.
Yeah.
And we will explore that next time.
Wow.
All right.
There's a lot going on in this last
I don't
30
think we're
seconds.
I don't think we're getting a fight done in the next 30 minutes.
Wow.
I mean,
Fuck no.
probably not.
Probably not.
Who
No.
knows? If it goes really well.
Yeah.
I didn't bring any tacos to this one.
No. But you did bring a crocodile.
Yeah. Just didn't know it. I didn't realize you were going to turn into a crocodile. So yeah, I'll figure that
I mean,
part out.
So yeah, when
He's
his
not my
thing
NPC.
where he like imbues and turns into an animal.
Got it.
And he figures like, oh, this guy's got a big axe. What's a tough animal that can bite real hard? Crocodile.
Saltwater cryo. Right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Next time
Good point.
I've got a crocodile NPC for your team.
There you go.
Hippopotamus is objectively better.
I mean,
That's not what Luke thought of.
hippopotamuses are cool, but Luke remembered reading at one point that saltwater crocodiles bite real hard. So
We'll find out next time.
yeah, we will find out next time. So if you're hanging out and watching some Scion, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll, I think, be back next week with D&D, I think is the plan. So next Thursday there should be some more Oblivion. So we will see you all then. Good night, everybody.